Appearance. Appearances. You know, I say these words in the beginning of my video. I said it in a Facebook video. I love doing that. So I know, some people listening may be like, she's crazy. Why she always start out with a title or a name? I'm just trying to tell you what the video is going to be about, because I'm kind of long-winded at times. So it's also to remind myself to get to the point. So yesterday I looked back at some of my old videos and I was saying, girl, what the hell happened to your head? The lighting was terrible. It was so dark and I kind of got a little distracted, and I posted it on my page, my Facebook page, and I was saying, yeah, I was just looking at some of my old videos. But I got so distracted by the lighting and so distracted by my hair. As you can see, my hair is all jacked up right now. And today is a snow day and it's a little chilly. So, I have on my warm stuff. And I am at home, but I have on a purse. And I won't get into why I have on a purse. But either way, so I looked at it and I was so distracted by my appearance. And then I thought, and it reminded me of my high school days and how I started to conform at one point. And when I was in junior high school, for those of you that know me from junior high school, I was really wild. I mean, wild as far as style. Like what I chose to wear was very different from what many of the children were wearing, or many of the teens were wearing at that time, and it was by choice. And when I say many, I mean like nobody else was wearing what I thought was cool. And well, except for, there was a show called Punky Brewster, and I loved Punky Brewster. So every now and then I would do something that she did, like I wrap a bandana around my knee or my leg or whatever. So I did have that little Punky Brewster thing going on. But besides that, pretty much nobody, and that was a TV show, so nobody was wearing what I was wearing. And I thought it was really cool. I'd wear these platform shoes. I know they did that in my mom's days, but I would go to Reading, Pennsylvania with my church at the time, the church that I was with at the time, and we would go to outlet malls and I would buy just shoes that I knew no one in the Bronx were gonna have. And so that was a thing, and I was pretty content with that. I had been bullied for most of my life, and I was really afraid to step outside and be myself until junior high school. And then when I got to high school, it changed because I found myself conforming and trying to get or gain the acceptance of my peers. And so I started to try to dress like them, speak like them, act like them. And guess what? I realized that these same people, for the most part, that I was trying to befriend, like for instance, I was in Glee Club, or it wasn't called, we didn't call it Glee Club, but it was a singing group. I was always, singing somewhere, or a dance. I was in belly dancing, or we called it Middle Eastern dance. And of course, I was one of the best singers. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I was one of the best singers and one of the best dancers. And my teachers were the one that told me this, so I would get like extra performances, and especially for dance, I always got called in for orientation and stuff like that. And sometimes people have a way of clowning you when they're jealous of you, and it's their way of pushing you down in a way so that they can shine. It's their way of eliminating their competition. Even if you don't realize that you're their competition, the less people that they have to compete with, I guess they feel the better their chance of getting what it is that they want, getting the part, getting the man, whatever it is. And in high school, I started to fall into that. Well, if I behaved like them or looked like them, dressed like them, I would be accepted. The bottom line is I was not accepted. Sometimes these people, male or female, would pretend to be my friend, or pretend to like me for whatever it was that I had that they wanted. Money, candy, magazine, whatever it was at that time. We were kids, whatever it was. And still into adulthood, this stuff, it happens because, I find that many adults that I encounter on a daily basis are still like high school kids in their head. It's the same thing. We're just older. Anyway, the bottom line is I was thrown off by my appearances, and it brought me back to that time. And it threw me off the message. So my message today is that appearances are nothing. Don't judge a book by its cover. Some of the things that I was saying, again, my videos are mainly for me, and I like to go back and see where I was. Kind of like a diary, kind of like a journal. It's kind of something for me so that when I feel in a mood, I can always go back and like pep talk myself in a way. So I realized how distracted I got, and a lot of the things that I said in previous videos were things that were really relevant and inspirational, at least to me. And I'm sure they can be relevant and or inspirational. My cat I'm looking at, or inspirational to others. Don't let appearances throw you off. Sometimes people are going to come to you, and situations may even come to you that are, I want to say, stepping stones for you to be better. People may come to you and tell you something, and if you listen to them, it can better you, make you a better person. And sometimes we're so caught up in the way that person looks, or the way that thing looks, or how that thing came about. A little child can tell you something that can lead you. A little child can lead you in the right direction, or tell you something because you're so caught up in the fact that this is a child. Sometimes we're very stubborn and we don't listen. And it can lead to our demise, literally. So anyway, don't pay attention to the fact that my hair is all jacked up right now, or that I have on this sweater, or my bag in my house, or my chair in the background, or my cat that I'm looking at. And be yourself. Bottom line. I was going to go into another message, but I won't. So my message is, or my moral is, don't judge a book by its cover. And I was able to stay on target for the most part, not go all over the place. Peace.